7 PSG stars could leave before deadline as Premier League moves lined up. Transfer deadline day is fast approaching and Paris Saint-Germain could be one of the busiest clubs in Europe during the final days of the January window. Mauricio Pochettino's side signed 7 stars over the summer, but offloaded just one senior player in the same period and will need to balance the books if they want to strengthen and boost their Champions League hopes. A whole host of names have been linked with leaving the Parc des Princes before the end of the month, as Premier League clubs remain on alert to see if any deals can be done. With that in mind, here are 7 players who could leave PSG before Monday's 11 p.m. deadline. Join the debate. Which PSG players should Premier League clubs target? Let us know your picks below. Kicking off with a player who has spent just 6 months in Paris, Wijnaldum is reportedly feeling isolated at PSG and struggled to adapt to life in League One. Arsenal and Newcastle United have been the 2 most common clubs tipped for a swoop, with the 31-year-old potentially available on loan for the rest of the season. Wijnaldum left Liverpool last June and is believed to be keen on a return to the Premier League, according to Sky Sports. The Dutchman is currently out with an ankle injury, but his employers are said to want to keep hold of the midfielder. Staying in midfield, PSG could still be looking to offload someone in Wijnaldum's position in order to facilitate an arrival. Pochettino reportedly wants to reunite with Tottenham Hotspur outcast Tanguy Ndombele, who he brought to North London for a club record fee in 2019. As part of a potential swap deal, Argentine midfielder Paredes could join Antonio Conte's team and bring his tenacity to Spurs. The 27-year-old was a target for Chelsea in January 2019, but opted for a move to France from Zenit St. Petersburg. Although Ander Herrera is said to have been mentioned in talks between the 2 clubs, The Athletic report that the Spaniard would reject the opportunity to return to England out of respect for ex-club Manchester United. Continuing down the path of Ndombele's deal, Draxler is another player who Tottenham and the Parisians have reportedly discussed. Although the German playmaker's return of 2 goals in 11 games is half of his best-ever tally across his 6 terms at the Parc des Princes, the former Schalke starlet is still viewed as surplus to requirements. Still 28 and a Germany international, Draxler would offer Conte and co some much-needed creativity in attacking midfield. Rarely does a transfer window go by without Icardi making headlines. But the fiery 28-year-old has now been a PSG player for 2.5 campaigns, playing prominent roles under both Pochettino and Thomas Tuchel. However, Icardi's time at the club could be soon up, with long-time admirers Juventus looking for someone to replace Barcelona target Alvaro Morata. Man United have also been tagged with interest after the Argentine reportedly fell out with teammate and compatriot Lionel Messi. Icardi still possesses a keen eye for goal, evidenced by his 5 strikes this season, although his divisive personality could prove to be the biggest stumbling block in any deal. Not many players in PSG's squad have been at the club for as long as Kurzawa, but the left back is being pushed to leave in his 7th year before deadline day. And one team in desperate need of defensive improvement are Newcastle United, whom Get Football News France say have made a concrete approach for the 29-year-old. Kurzawa, according to Foot Mercato, has also been offered to Chelsea, with a move to West London much more unlikely than one to St James Park at this stage. However, the 2 remaining years on the ex-Monaco youngster's contract mean a loan is the most likely option for any suitor, having failed to make a single appearance this term. To a lesser-known full-back now, and Dagba has been the subject of an all-London transfer battle, if some reports are to be believed. It has been claimed that Arsenal have expressed interest in the 23-year-old who has just 4 League One starts under his belt since the beginning of the 2020-21 campaign. Due to Takehiro Tomiyasu's injury, the Gunners could well do with a backup right back. But Crystal Palace were also eyeing Dagba before being rejected, the same fate as Saint Etienne. Like Kurzawa, the Boulogne Academy graduate's deal in Paris runs until 2024, which means he will be in no rush to cut ties with the French giants. Someone who certainly has time on his side is 18-year-old Simons, who joined PSG from Barcelona in 2019. The Amsterdam-born prodigy has struggled for minutes of late, and Rangers reportedly lead the race to sign him on loan. Given Pochettino's reluctance to play Simons, the Scottish champions, led by Dutch manager Giovanni van Bronckhorst, are hoping to secure the signing of the teenager to help keep the title on the blue side of Glasgow.